Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to the first episode of Let's Play Thea 2 The Shattering. So the full version is finally here after like 3 or maybe 4 Let's Try series that we did before the release. We can finally play the full game. I actually wanted to start playing right after release, but then I was thinking, let's maybe give them a day or two in case there's like a day one patch or something, so that we don't miss something important or that we don't have to restart the series. But now we can finally start. Hopefully everything will work fine. I didn't find like any significant bugs or anything on forums that could spoil the series. So let's just start. I don't think that we need to explain too much because we covered almost everything during the Let's Try series in the early access. So this time, instead of like explaining mechanics and everything, we'll just focus on the story that I basically completely skipped during the previous Let's Try series. And we'll finally, or at least I'll finally learn what the main story is actually about in this game. So let's start a new game. I already decided on what I'm gonna play, so this is not like completely random. I want to play as Svarog. So let's actually read the description. From the flames of the sky and the ashes of darkness past, I rise to my duty, sun god and master of heavenly fires. That is my honor to bear. But as I once wielded warrior's garb, I now know the true power of light and fire. The simple heart that lights the homes and hearts of my flock. It is not the power of the gods that will save our lands, but the power we can grant to our faithful. In the scorching flames of my domain rise the tools and weapons of true heroes, mortals and immortals alike, sworn to uphold my iron will, protect those in need, never back down, never give in, and never again allow darkness to rule over light. So we'll be playing for the good side this time, it seems. So I'll try to like adjust to like Svarog's description, and we will fight like the demons and beasts and all the kind of stuff while we try to maintain good relationships with like humans and elves and all the people that are basically on the light side or should be on the light side. And let's try to get probably diplomatic victory. And if we do another series, then we try to go for domination game perhaps. Okay, what do we get from Svarog? Oh, by the way, it's not saying that we won't be like fighting. It's just we'll have to decide whom we can fight based on how we want to play. So what do we have? Many hammers, one anvil. Each character gets 20% bonus to crafting attribute, plus 4 health and sanity, but gathering attribute is decreased by 10%. In the early game, the gathering penalty is gonna be quite annoying, but as the game progresses, crafting becomes more and more important. And 20% is actually a huge bonus. It affects or should affect, unless there was a last minute change to how the superior and the trash items work. This should give us much better chance to get superior items. So I think this is a pretty damn good like perk, or how to call it. Other than that, domain light. This is not that relevant because there are quite a few neutral bonuses that I kind of want to pick. Before we get that though, let's check the difficulty. They changed this a little bit. They added some options. Everything is set to maximum except one thing: manual saves allowed or not allowed. I have them allowed because, again, if I went for not allowed, I'm not sure if it's like the game is auto-saved after every turn, and it's supposed to be like an Iron Man, right? But again, I'm not playing Iron Man on camera because I just don't trust one save file. One thing goes wrong and the save file is gone and the series is gone. So I'm not gonna be playing on the maximum possible difficulty, 203. We will save 3% on this setting. Okay, so anything that really matters, there is different... Actually, there is one different thing. Ruin Seasons, where is it? coal removed from starting island. I think that's something that wasn't in the previous settings, or last time that we played the game. Now you can decide if you want. I actually don't want. Oh wait, remove coal. Yeah, remove coal from starting island. Coal is pretty important. It's used for all the higher tier materials when you want to craft them. And when you have coal next to your starting location on the first island, then it makes everything much easier. So this is a setting that they added, and I manually remove coal from the starting island. So getting to higher tier materials is gonna be much more difficult, and we'll have to adjust our approach to the materials that we will have available around us, to basically the tier 2 materials that we will have. So that's the settings. As I said, we are playing Svarog. And now, to the starting bonuses. We have 4 points. I want the warrior. Well, I want many things. We also should have 2 good points. Well, first, we need the gatherer. Because we'll be starting during winter. And starting during winter without the gatherer, we would just die of starvation. Now the question is, can we get Granny's Pantry? Wait, what can we unlock without investing any points? Is there anything? No, they changed the bonuses, I think. Yeah, I didn't get this far when I started the game, but I'm pretty sure they changed the starting bonuses as well. Or yeah, this screen looks a little bit different. Okay, so we could take these 2 bonuses that are free, Granny's Pantry and Crow's Hidden Gems. And that leaves us with 2 points. Actually, can we make it with the warrior? And children? They changed it so that we can make it? So we have warrior, gatherer, and children? That looks pretty good. Or we could take a craftsman, but I'd rather have the children. We are starting during winter, so they should get a pretty high level before they grow up, so they will be like much stronger as adults. Gather warrior children, yeah. And we leave this empty. I hope I can leave it empty, but there shouldn't be a reason not to. Actually, wait. Let me try something. If I didn't take the children, instead took the craftsman. No. They changed this as well because in the early access there was always, I think, a child. And this just added 2 more children, so we're starting with 3 children with this combination. Okay, fine. This is still the settings that we want to go with. Warrior, gather 2 children, and the 3 bonuses. Next, who's gonna be our main character? I guess our warrior. Oh, let's go for better picture. This guy looks cool. Start. Let's see how much reading there is right from the start.
Well,
it still
hello
starts.
there, chosen.
Oh.
Welcome into the service of the gods. As I am a believer myself, I am happy to be the one to guide you.
Okay, it seems that the game will do the reading for us. Sure, let's go through the whole dialogue. So, You want to guide me. Ask who is exactly.
Theodore's the name, but little old me is not relevant here. You are. I am here to tell you of some basic rules and hand over any divine objects that may have been bestowed upon you. First and foremost, the cosmic seed.
Cosmic seed?
Yes, Thea is far from a land of prosperity. Darkness was defeated long ago, but it is not gone. It lurks in the corners and attacks at night. The Shattering tears the earth asunder, and a scorching light takes hold of folk without protection.
Is it just me, or does he really sound like Mr. Yoda's brother? How does it relate to the seed?
The seed, and others like it, is a gift of the divine, a piece of the cosmic tree itself. It can grant great boons, and it allows you to set up a village and provide divine protection there. But if you wish for the life of a traveler, or if you are skilled enough to create another seed one day, this seed can be used to forge divine artifacts, or even bring back a comrade from the clutches of death.
So one cannot build villages without the seed.
Indeed, you catch on fast. Without the seed or different means that other factions may possess, a village attracts the cursed light and is taken by it within days. And if somehow that does not happen, terrors of darkness will drive your folk insane. This is how it has been in Thea for many centuries now. It is why we struggle still to survive just another day.
Ask if there is anything else you need to know.
I may pop up now and again to tell you things, but for now, you must take your first steps into this hostile land. Remember to check for resources on the map for gathering. Set up camp for craft and cooking, and check your inventory to make sure you are well equipped. Here, have some wood, so you may heal when camping. My advice is to explore, learn the ropes, and only then decide on a settlement.
Okay, thank you for the advice and leave. How did you get? A bit of wood, some mushrooms, some experience, research points, so nothing unusual. Okay, you don't need that. Here we can see active quests. What else is there? What is this? Oh, that's the tutorial. Did they change anything on the domination victories? Actually, domination victory, you must meet one requirement each of these 3 categories. Conquer at least half of the factions, settlements, have at least 20 followers, have at least 6 buildings with level 4, have 6 characters, alone at 20, at least 7 different races among your followers. Okay, nothing new here. Logbook. We can replay everything. Okay, good to know. Or actually, we can't. This is just... I thought I could replay all the dialogues. And what is this? Nothing. Good trades. Nothing important here. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. Interesting that we don't see all the factions. So they changed this. We first have to meet the factions for them to show up on this list. Yeah, that kind of makes sense that you don't immediately know about all the factions in the game. You, as a new player, might be surprised with the factions that you can meet. We of course know them from the early access, but I kind of like that they don't reveal everything. Theopedia, nothing here yet, and research, just quickly. Is there anything that may surprise us? Not yet. This is kind of meh. And they didn't add anything to this screen either. I'm a bit disappointed. I think this screen has so much potential, especially with rituals. Why can't they add more rituals, at least? I'm pretty sure they would come up with something interesting. Also, buildings. They could maybe do these basic tier 1 buildings and then give 2 options for the next level. What is this? Crop field. A small field that will provide a bit of food and a chance for pet. Yeah, they didn't change that. I think they changed some of these pictures. I think they used to be different, at least some of them. Small hut and chicken like provides bonus to rituals attribute something extra depending on resources used for its construction. You may want to check the witch hut at some point. Children's playground. Oh yeah, we have to build again another children playground out of bones. Children love to play with skulls. Okay, so nothing new here either. Let's see, how does the map look like? Nothing super interesting. Let's zoom in perhaps, check our island. It's a weird shape. It kind of sucks it's not connected here. Every time we want to get to this side, if we set up a village here, we'll have to go all the way around, or we'll just build a boat quickly. Just like a raft, so that we could cross maybe this... come on, where it's... What is it called? Well, then we can cross here. We are starting next to terrain artifacts. It's a little bit too early for that. Okay, so we know everything that we can get from here. And now we can check the group in case there is something new here. So we are starting with the sandstone battle axe, no armor, no anything. We have the crow, so we probably want to get one hunter as soon as possible. And this is gonna be our hunter candidate. Why would you have a bone one? Oh, by the way, the second sandstone battle axe, I think I'll just throw it away, to be honest, because it's way too heavy. Or we at least, like, dismantle it. We don't have anyone strong enough to use it, and won't have for a very long time. By the time we get the second person strong enough to use this thing, we will probably have access to tier 3 materials. So might as well get rid of it. This one should be probably lighter because the second material is leather. Yeah. We don't have a decent weapon for you, sadly. Let's actually check. This is more important. You will grow up in 42 turns. Great. And actually, she knows reliable argument from the start. What about you? You also have reliable argument from the start, and you will grow in 36. Huh. And you have wisdom as starting stat. Why do you have the amber when the bone one would be definitely better here? You have higher destiny. It's not a huge difference, but I mean every bit helps early. And well, don't have a decent weapon for you yet. So this is gonna be our hunter, hopefully, and this would be great if this was our Zherka. What do we need for Zherka? I think for Zherka we need wisdom 3 and that's it. And then there is like 65% to succeed. Or for the option to show up. I'm not sure what's the chance that we fail the trial then. Fine. So everything that we can equip is equipped. We know our... Actually, we don't know our stats. One more thing. What do we have? Throwing... poison throwing dagger. Horrible skill. It is strength based, but it's bad. What is our strength, by the way? 8. Even the strength is kind of low. Okay, and for our gatherer... yeah, these are not bad starting skills for a gatherer. And one more thing. What is our gathering stat? 7.2. We will struggle for some time. But that was to be expected as Svarog. Okay, which way do we go? Do we follow the coast? There's a fish. Another terrain artifact. This is too far. This is too far from the fish. There's quartz. That's tier 2. Maybe if on the other side, let's say here, there was some food or wood, because we won't get coal. That's not gonna happen. There are no trees. I was thinking that if we could settle a village near two terrain artifacts, there is a good chance that these would be tier 2 resources, right? So we would have, on this tile, we'd actually have access to 3 possibly different tier 2 resources. I'll have to check this, just for the off chance that we get at least one source of food. I think I would be willing to set up the village here. It would be a rough early game, because you'd have to get the fuel and or food somewhere around the village. But long term, having 3 different tier 2 materials in gathering range of the village would be huge. Next. Oh, he's not talking anymore. Okay. So as tradition has it, your god sent me to guide your first steps on this new and bewildering island. To get started, check what resources you have near you. There is a toggle right, blah blah blah. Okay. Nod. If you have food and wood, they are always good to stay up on. You need both to heal when camped, and you need a variety of foods to better heal your mental mood and keep morale high. Oh, and do you know what it means that you are chosen? Nope. You are all followers of your deity, but your gods speak and act through the chosen. They have a special bond, so if you die, that's it. Your god loses power and game over. Now, ready for the task I have for you? Sure. Good. Finally, my first task for you: cook and find me some more food, please. To do it, set up a camp and choose a nice stone oven icon to cook. Later, you can also craft higher tier 4+ material there. What? Later, you can also craft higher tier 4+ materials. Oh, okay, I get it. Or the basket to gather food from the land. This is making me hungry. Hurry up. He disappears. I thought there would be maybe something more relevant. But I want to go through all these quests and pop-ups in this series, because we skipped all of it in the Let's Try series. I want to make sure I don't miss anything relevant. Here we have scaled leather. And wood. If we could find... Oh, this looks like a new event. If we could find food around this, that might be a spot for a village. As you come by the water, a flash flood rises unexpectedly. I've never seen this event before. It seems that this one wasn't in the early access. Try to find higher ground. You run up towards a hill that will protect you, but you have to drop some things to escape the flood. Some debris washes on the shore afterwards. Well, we don't have anything in the inventory, so I don't think we really have to leave anything behind. I don't think we'll be dropping equipped items. And just got 23. Oh my god, really? Are you kidding me? Here. Actually, here. Let's make sure we are not burning that. And we set up a camp. I just want to check something. Where's the gather? Oh, there's nothing to gather. Here actually, 72 is the gathering skill, yeah. Hopefully this is enough to somehow get enough food throughout the winter. But what I wanted to check is here. Crafting, and we should have enough. No, it's not enough. They changed the numbers. It used to be 18. I thought it gave us enough wood to get Dreadwood idle. But this also means that we have to gather some materials no matter what. So it's a little bit more difficult to get the idol now. Especially if you want to make it from tier 2 materials right from the start. Okay, never mind. For a moment there, I thought we got pretty lucky. I mean, we just need 10 more. If I research Triad Wood, that would give us +10, right? So then we could... So it actually should work. Unless they change the bonus that we get for researching a resource. Move. Come across the ruin of a town. It was torn asunder by the shattering clearly. But more than that, there is an odd light beaming from the gash. Yeah, search the ruins. Oops. You search the ruins, but find mostly white ash and some rubble. But the more you linger here, the more you feel an odd burning upon your spirit, as if something is trying to get in. Difficulty 2 might be a bit of a problem. Got sandstone. Oh, there's one more setting that wasn't there in the early access when you're setting up the difficulty. It sets up how smart the AI is when you use auto-resolve. It's probably the most annoying setting they could come up with, but it just means we'll have to fight manually more often. But I'm not really sure that we can like win this. Yeah, don't show again. Yeah, this is not gonna happen. Just don't have the damage. I thought that we had the wand. I guess the wand... It was... What the hell? We do have a wand. That's Destiny base. That should give us at least some damage. Okay, we'll just concede. It's not like we're gonna like die because of this. Just lose a tiny bit of faith. The light burns your spirit badly. Your connection to the gods shields you, however, so eventually the light disappears. Yeah, this is fine. Do we get anything else? You get experience, you get research points. Sure. How bad is the faith loss? No, it's barely noticeable. Okay. But I think we're just gonna make a cut here. This is a first episode, and usually for my series, I make the first episode just an introduction. So let's make a cut here. In the next episode, we start exploring the island. I can already see a ruin here. I'm hoping that we find a decent village location. I really wouldn't mind settling somewhere around here. Too bad there is no food. We may check here just in case. It's unlikely that exactly this tile would have food, because then the quartz would be in range, and the leather would also be in range. There's the wood. Well, you'll see. We'll just do some more exploring. Maybe we don't want to settle right away. We may want to explore a little bit, because that gives us more experience. And we definitely want to get as much experience as possible for our children during the first winter to like get them ideally to, I think, would be a level 5 before they grow up. I think that should be the goal. But well, as I said, for today we are done. So I hope that you like this episode. I hope that you're going to join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye-bye.